personal opinion. Like I tell y'all, man, you ain't gotta take you ain't gotta take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just saying my opinion, because people is asking me, so this ain't no facts. It's just what I feel, because I don't want nobody who is renting or is thinking about renting. I don't want nobody to feel no type of way, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to renting, I look at it like, of course you can make money because you're gonna have a vehicle that's operating. But from what I hear, I don't see nobody getting no rates cheaper than $450 a week. That's $1,800 a month right there. So now that $450, I don't know if that's the mileage like I don't know if the mileage is included in that. I don't know how that shit works. So I don't know if that's with that rate or if the $450 is just for the truck, and then you have to add in insurance. Then you would have to add in your mileage and all that shit, because you got to pay for your miles. I want to say it's like 24 cents a mile, some shit. I don't know. This is just what I've heard. But at the end of the day, that shit don't make no sense to me. If you're going to pay $1,800 a month, you might as well save that money, do whatever you do and work your job or whatever, and buy you a truck. Even if you go finance a truck, unless you're getting a fucking 2021, you're gonna get you a used truck that's decent. Your payments will probably be $600-700. That's a big difference. You know, so you gotta take all that shit into consideration. And I see people too. I see people out there saying they're renting a truck and making all this money. I don't see it. But it's just like how everything else motherfuckers do on YouTube. They're not breaking the shit down. They're just, oh, rented truck made $7,000 for the week. It's like, okay, that's cool. But that's not $7,000 take home, and you renting a truck. Nobody, you know, you got to find out what they paying, because at the end of the day, that shit might not be worth it. Yeah, you could be making money, but you could just be breaking even. Because, and me personally, I look at that shit like selling drugs. If somebody gonna front you some shit, I ain't even gonna say that shit. I look at that shit like this. Look at it like some, you know, like somebody letting you borrow their shit. And you just, you know, you renting it. You're supposed to work, rent the truck, but in my mind, you're supposed to be getting money. The profits that you do make, you're supposed to be stacking that up so you can go purchase a truck. At least that's, everybody's different. Everybody don't operate different, man. When you renting a truck, I still feel like I'm working for somebody, because I got that fee over my head at the end of every week. So I'm straight, man. If I did rent a truck, and anybody out there who do want to rent a truck, looking to rent a truck, or is renting a truck, don't get comfortable with just renting a truck because it's not your truck. Like, oh, if it break down on the highway, I ain't got to pay for it. Technically, you is paying for it. $450 a week, that's a lot of motherfucking money. I don't give a fuck. When my truck break down, I take pride in fixing that shit because it's my shit. Now, obviously, I don't want my shit to break down. Who the hell want my truck to break down? But at the end of the day, it's my shit. I'd rather have my shit. Somebody out there renting a truck, depending on how long you're renting that truck, after 2-3 months, you done bought them another box truck. $1,800 a month. You rent that truck for 3 months, nigga. Shit. You done bought them a new money maker. They go do the same shit they doing to you. So I ain't saying pocket watch, I'm saying watch your pockets. Renting a box now, if you don't have the capital to start up, everybody don't got 20 racks, 25 racks for the insurance for a truck, or maybe more. Because like I say, you don't want to spend all your money on your truck and your insurance, and then when your truck break down, if it do, or when it do, you don't want to be looking crazy. That's one thing I can say for sure. You don't want to get in the habit of just being comfortable. Because like I said in my other video, if you want to be comfortable, you might as well go get a 9 to 5 and go work for somebody else. You're working for yourself, you want to keep your overhead low, keep your profits high. That's how I try to do it. So that's my advice, man. Y'all renting the truck? Y'all renting the truck? Save your money, man. You gotta thug it out, man. Don't be out there worrying about trying to go get you a gold chain, a Cuban, the new whip, new J's that drop, going to the club and blowing all that shit. However y'all motherfuckers is living, it's not worth it, man. That ain't worth it, and at the end of the day, renting the truck and continue to rent the truck ain't worth it. Own your shit. Own your shit, man. You guys out there making money, if you gonna rent a truck, make your money, just thug it out, man. Give you 6 months. 6 months, you can go buy you a truck cash. Look at it like that. Let me thug it out for 6 months. Let me fuck these vacations. Let me get this money. Let me get this money, and then when I do what I'm supposed to do, then I can do what I want to do. That's how you got to look at it, man. You got to sacrifice. You got to give to get. Don't forget that shit. That's about it, man. And again, I'm not saying don't rent. I'm saying that's why I don't rent. I don't see the sense in it unless you're using it to help you. Unless you use it you gotta use it to benefit you. Don't use it for comfort. Cause I see that a lot of videos I see in the rented trucks, people backing into shit, fucking up shit. Is it's not my truck, or that's why I pay the insurance for it, so it's covered. Like, no, what the fuck? That shit sound crazy to me. Knock on wood, I ain't got no wood in here, but I don't speed in my truck, I don't do none of that. I've been on the road 3 years, I ain't had no accidents, no tickets, no none of that. Not saying I'm the perfect driver, I'm the best driver, but you know what I'm saying? It's not impossible to do, you just gotta pay attention to the road. Clearly, if you're running into shit and running over shit, you're focused on something else, that's obvious. It is what it is, man. But you got to do what you can afford and what your budget allows you to do. But all in all, and long story short, if you're gonna rent a truck, don't do it a year and all that long time. If you're gonna rent a truck, I don't see why 6 months you shouldn't need to rent a truck longer than 6 months. If you're really out here grinding and you on the road like that, you shouldn't need longer than 6 months. And then you should have, if you really making $7,000 or $8,000, I done seen some crazy shit. I done seen somebody say they made over 10 bands for the week renting trucks. You still shouldn't be renting trucks. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's my feelings on it. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about that. Jump off in the comments. I'm gonna tap in with y'all in a minute. Yes, sir.